everybody. My name is Gina Paulus, and I am very excited to welcome you to the Homebodies Fitness Show today. We have a very special guest to welcome today. It's Sarah. She is very excited to do the workout.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Looking forward to it?
Yes, and I'm very, very nervous.
Did you eat your Wheaties this morning?
I didn't eat Wheaties, no, but I had a bunch of carrots, so.
That looks too nice.
Yeah.
So today we are going to demonstrate a glute and tummy toning workout. We will also discuss special nutritional concerns of a vegetarian who exercises. So be sure to stay tuned until the end so that you can hear all about that topic. So let's get right into it. We're gonna start out with our glute movements.
Okay.
So lunges, right? Everybody knows the basic lunge. Well, I say everybody. I think a lot of people are familiar with this guy here, okay? So you're bending down. We're gonna add a little twist to it that's gonna really light up those glutes. So what you're gonna do is step forward, get your knee near the ground, push back. So they're called pushback lunges. Go ahead and give it a shot.
That's pretty easy.
So we're gonna stay on all the same side first. So only left leg forward.
Left leg forward.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, and then push yourself back right away. Okay. So the idea is to not really stay down there. You want to push back right away.
Okay, all right. So.
Not bad. The only thing you want to watch for is your front knee. You don't want it to go in front of your toe. So let me show you the difference there. So this is in front. See that? This is not in front.
Okay.
So you need to sit back as you do your lunge.
All right.
You don't want to let your body move forward too far.
Is that better?
That's better. Now make sure you bend both legs a lot so that you're getting near the ground. Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
There you go.
How's my foot in the back, too?
The foot in the back looks great, actually.
Okay, all right, cool.
So let's do another 2 on this side, and then we'll switch to the other side and give that side a go.
Where do I put my hands?
You can put them on your hips.
Oh, okay.
Keeps them out of the way.
All right.
Perfect. You can go ahead and switch.
Okay. And this is going to get me the best booty?
It will get you a very, very firm, tight booty if you do it every single day.
Oh,
That's the trick.
Okay.
So, a great booty isn't built overnight. Does this leg feel a little more comfortable?
Yeah.
I should have had you start with the right side, but live and learn, right? You can do one more. Good work. So you are still hanging out on the bottom a little too long. So let me show you the difference there. So this is what you don't want to do. This is what you do want to do. So it's a little more dynamic.
Okay.
So why don't you try 2 more on each side to really get that aspect.
Right, so.
Push right off. There we go. Nice. And switch. Great job.
Yeah.
That was awesome. So that one is really good for glutes. I suggest doing 20 on each side for 2 sets. And this one can be done every single day, at least 3 times a week, though, to get the good results from this one. So we're gonna continue on with the glutes with our mini band squat steps. This is a mini band. If you don't have one, you can always make one by taking stretchy band, which again, you still have to purchase obviously, but you can buy it in bulk and then just tie a knot and make something that's stretchy like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go, let's see, I think for you we'll try just below the knee. There's a few different ways. Hands are gonna go in front and we're stepping. This.
I've seen this before.
Yeah. This one is really good for people that have knee problems, but it also helps strengthen the hips and the glutes.
Yeah, I'm Irish, and so we have like really bad knee problems. So
oh, really? Oh, no, that's
something
great.
We probably should do more.
Yeah, and a little known fact is the glutes are the controller of the knees. So if you have nice strong glutes, you're gonna keep your knees protected. It's usually best to put the band on when you're already in this position you want to get to. So
yeah, whoops.
Kill yourself walking, but that's okay. So go ahead and do your squat.
Okay.
Yep. Then you want to do side steps. You want to try to keep your
like
knees over your toes.
Over my toes.
So don't let them buckle in. And then you want to keep traveling down like a crab walk. Just keep it going. There you go. And again, hands can go on your hips so you don't feel
I can feel it in my butt.
So you don't feel like a T-Rex.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I can relate to T-Rex, though.
If you're doing this at home, I would say you can do maybe 10 to 20 steps. We're just going to do a little bit of a shortened version today. So you can keep going back and forth.
Okay.
And you do want to stay down the whole time, no breaks.
Okay. And should I be doing it faster
Breaks
too?
are for Kit Kats, not for people.
Aha, I like that.
You do want to do it fast. I have a feeling
Okay.
you're going to do everything too slow. That's
Okay.
my guess.
All right.
There you go. People usually have a workout style. And
Ooh, my butt, I can feel
you
it.
can feel it.
All right.
Okay, now I'm gonna give you guys a pro tip. If you move the band to just above your ankles, it's a little bit harder to do.
Oh, cool.
So if you'd like to try that now, you can. I don't know if she's quite ready for the pro tip yet, but
Can I try?
we'll let her try.
All right. All right.
So that's just gonna increase, you know what, it slid up a little too much. We want it to
Oh.
almost touch your sneakers.
Look at my awesome socks. Can we get a close up?
Even lower,
I'm
Sarah.
just kidding. All right. Oh, even lower?
Yeah.
God,
There you go.
I should have shaved it.
Hands on your hips.
Oh, oop.
That just helps keep your torso still because we
yeah.
don't want your body wiggling all over the place while you do this one. So do you feel the difference?
Yeah, it's more
It's
of
more
like
intense.
a side leg.
Make sure you keep that knee bend going too.
Oh, oops, sorry.
And then you want your feet to stay parallel. Right now that right one's doing
Oh.
its own thing.
Whoop.
There we go. So it looks a lot easier, folks, than it is. So Sarah's doing a great job. This is her first time. All right, that's nice. Now once you feel
Okay.
good with your form, you do want
Wow.
to also keep your head up.
Oh,
While you're learning it, obviously you want to be peeking in at those feet. But once you're solid with that, keep your head up just so that you develop good posture. So let's see here. We're going to continue with the mini band, and this one is also for glutes. So watch how I put it on right where I want to be so I don't have to hop around. So you're on your belly, and we're kicking the leg. All right, here you go.
no giggling from the camera crew. All right. Okay, so I want to get down and
First step is
this
to get the loop over those
Okay.
ankles. Yep, and you're gonna go right on your belly.
with my cool socks.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you can fold your hands one top of the other and rest your chin right on your palms. There you go.
Okay.
Now we're gonna take one leg and press it into the mat. I'll let you decide which one. The other, and keep your toes forward. The other way forward.
like that
yeah.
one?
Perfect.
Okay.
And the other leg, rapidly, we're gonna kick, 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 kick that leg. Fast, fast. Touch the floor and touch as high as you can. So it's a full range, perfect. That looks great. So again, glutes respond well to rapid movements, okay? Sarah is not naturally doing everything super fast. She'll get better if she practices,
Sorry.
which is totally normal. This is actually a really good example because I've been doing these exercises for years. This is her first day, so she's not gonna do it exactly like me, but that's all right. That's how you get better with practice. Go ahead and try your
No,
other side.
this is normally my life.
Okay. So here's
sorry.
the thing. She's
Won't laugh.
twisting now. This is not good.
Oops.
So here we go. So we want the hips pressing into the floor. Okay.
Okay.
When I say fast, that doesn't mean you can break form. Okay. So the hips have to stay pressing the ground, and from there we want to lift the leg as hard as we can and as fast as we can up and down. You do want to tap your foot to the floor each time. There we go. And obviously her dominant leg, I'm assuming, is your right leg.
I guess so.
You guess
Yeah.
so. If you were to kick a ball, which leg?
Yeah, it'd probably be my right.
Most people are. So her left leg's gonna be even more of a struggle, but again, your weak side's gonna actually get more benefit than the strong side because it's weaker in the first place, right? So that's good, you can rest. So this one is a little bit of a higher reps. We wanna do about 50 on each side. All right, now when I'm talking to you, it makes it go by faster.
It does.
But when you're at home, you're gonna think, geez, am I at 50 yet? But that's just how it works.
I'm like sweaty already.
Get yourself a nice playlist and just bang them out. So let's see here. So elbow barbell squats. Now Sarah is in luck. I did not bring my big ginormous barbell today, primarily because I wasn't totally sure it would be safe for the first day. But you know what? We're gonna practice with this because this is what I have all my clients do for their first workout is they practice with a stick, or in this case a broom, but it happens to be a barbell is a long metal bar that's pretty heavy, right? And you can add weights to it. We don't wanna do that until we're sure the form is going to be good. So feet are gonna be a little bit wider than hip width. We're going to cross our elbows and then put your hands to your chest. So then from here, we're gonna go down, low as you can go, and up. I'll show you what you don't wanna do. You don't wanna do this. See how I bent way forward?
Yeah.
You also don't wanna go way back. So you wanna keep your body nice and upright, and then just sinking down. So see my elbows, they end up right in between my thighs. That's what you wanna do. So not like that, okay? So go ahead and give that a try.
Okay, I will do my best. All right, so, press just like
Yep,
this?
just like that. Looks great. Yep.
Okay.
Toes turn out a little bit to the outsides. Even more. Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
All right, and then
Yep.
this.
And then try to keep your elbows near your thighs. Good. Yeah, how does it feel?
Feels not bad.
It's not too bad?
If I had weight on this, though, I don't know.
Think about your hips sinking low to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice. Now your elbows don't have to touch your thighs. You just don't want them going to the outsides. So what you're doing now is perfect. Still work a little bit more upright chest. Think chest up, chin up as you bend your hips down. It's a little bit of a tricky combination, which is why I like people to start practicing with just a stick. Once you're solid with that, we can add maybe 5 or 10 pounds and we can build up. So for now, let's try 5 more, just like that. Chest up. Good. And one more.
Okay.
Nice work. So that
Yay.
one, you're gonna feel in your glutes, in your thighs, and even a little bit in your lower back. So it's
Yeah.
really getting a lot at once.
All right, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and-
can definitely feel it.
And you will feel it with just a stick. What ends up happening though is you've gotta do maybe 20 or 30 of them to really get results from that. Whereas if you use a weight, you can maybe do 10 or 15 and you're going to get the same results. So it's better off to use the heavier weight as long as your form is good. But the stick is a great place to start. So what we're going to do next is get into the last portion of our glute work. One of the things people don't always realize is glutes are very, very helpful with balance. Now, balance is an important trait of fitness that people don't always think to address. Obviously, with preventing falls and things like that, it's important. But it's just important for general athleticism and health to have really good balance. So we're gonna give that a try next. Now, this is called single leg, pick up, put down deadlift. It's a lot of words. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So we're on the one leg, you can keep it slightly bent, put the weight down, and stand up. Then pick it up, stand up. Now the idea is to not fall over, but like putting your foot down, like that. All right, let's give that a try. You can pick either leg to start out.
Okay, and I should be facing that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So you're starting off standing on the, yep,
pick it up.
yep, exactly.
Woo.
And try to keep your picking up arm straight.
Oh, okay.
The other arm can do whatever it wants to do. So here's the thing. The whole time, Sarah, I don't want your other foot to touch the ground. So why don't you just stand like this for a second and get used to that. Make sure your right leg's bent. So this is the whole entire time. From there, we're just gonna do the move, okay? So that the other leg doesn't change, yeah. Now see if you can keep your right arm straight. Yep, perfect. There you go, you got it.
Cool.
So right there, keep your arm straight.
Oh, oop.
Nice work.
And do you do these fast or?
As fast as you can without falling over, yes. So depending on how good at balancing you are, might depend on the speed.
Okay.
You can switch to the other leg now.
All right. I don't know if I'll be any
You
better.
need to pick up.
Oh,
with
and
yeah.
the other hand.
Yeah, we're switching arms and legs right now. There you go. Really work to have a standing bent leg the whole time. Balance is harder on a bent leg than on a straight leg, and obviously we want to make this as hard as we can for her so that she gets a great workout. Good work.
Hard. Oh boy.
She's doing great for your first time. This
Oh,
is
thank you.
wonderful.
Yay.
You must be good at ice skating.
Oh, you know. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
All right, I think that's enough there.
All
So
right.
your glutes are a really crucial component of your ability to balance, and this is really helpful to help train those. You're also going to get some core work with the single leg. This is a kettlebell, which is just because of the shape of it. A weight that has this funky handle. Kettlebells, you can do things that are not exactly the same as this. So this is kind of hard to even just hold it this way because of the way the weight is distributed. So any weight shaped like this is called the kettlebell. Try holding it upside down just for a second. You'll see what I mean. Like, what if you had to do that for 5 minutes? Wouldn't that be,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? And it's only a 5-pound weight, so.
Yeah,
This is
it
a-
definitely feels a lot heavier holding it like that.
For sure. So this is a great thing. I actually got this at some department store. I don't really remember, but you can find them at stores. If you don't have one, you can use a dumbbell. It's not going to be quite as challenging, but it will still work. Or a gallon jug, like a gallon water filled with water.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, or a
I like
whisk
that.
container, or any of those detergent containers that are 4+ pounds. In fact, I recently noticed that my kitty litter box is 20 pounds.
So then there you go.
It's got a little
Upcycle.
handle on it. Oh, for sure, right. We're using our stuff, you know, for more than one thing. So this is a nice thing though if you can manage to get your hands on a kettlebell. So we just did a little bit of core. We're gonna intensify the core a little bit more. The next one is actually as well glute/core. I select these exercises just for your special request today.
Yeah, booty and gut.
So we're going to go with face down plank with leg circles. Face down plank is like this. Elbows, hands.
I don't know how good I'll be at this.
So here's step one. Step two, we're gonna lift the leg and we're going to make a circle.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna try my hardest.
So let's start out with seeing your plank before we make you do anything more challenging.
Okay.
So elbows and feet, and we're just gonna hold that position. Wonderful. So that probably she won't last too long. Take a break for a second, Sarah, and I want you to think about it. So as soon as you get into the plank, I'm gonna let you do it right away because you don't wanna have to stay there forever.
Okay.
So we're gonna try 10 circles counterclockwise or clockwise and then switch.
Okay.
So I'll let you do that in your own head. You can count, and I'll take a note of your form. Yep. You're also not on the mat right now, so I feel like you're gonna slip. Yeah, that's gonna work better. Good. Try to keep the legs even in height. We don't want one way up. There you go. And you can switch to the other circle. Good.
I stopped learning how to breathe.
All right, that's good. So we want to do both legs both directions. So, you know, going this way
Legs are
and then reversing it. So you just did both legs one direction.
Oh, and then you'd want to do the other
Yeah,
way.
you would. So
That would be really tough. But I
it
could
would be,
feel it
but
here.
so here's the thing though, I suggest doing the other direction right away before you switch legs.
Okay.
Otherwise you'll get too confused trying to think it through, okay?
How do you like breathe when you're doing
That's a
plank?
great question. What you want to do when you hold any positions is it's called 80-20 breathing, which means you keep 80% of the air in your lungs and just breathe 20%. That sounds really complicated. Really what you want to do, we can practice it right now. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. Imagine your lungs as 100% full right now. Let 20% out, and then take 20% more in. And keep doing that. So it's kind of like, you can relax. It's kind of like you fill your lungs and then you just recycle or replace just that smaller portion. Once you're finished, you can continue to breathe regularly. The reason you have to hold that is because your lungs, when they have no air in them, they're not very stable. If you think about a balloon that's not filled up, it's not supportive. It's just a floppy balloon, right? You fill the balloon and it's nice and strong. So when you're doing these exercises, especially the core, where you hold yourself, you do need to do that. If you're doing weight training though, like a dumbbell lifting thing, you go breathe in, breathe out. So just simple. One breath for each repetition is good for that. But that was a great question.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to do Russian twist next, which is a core exercise. It's seated. So again, this has 2 steps to it. Step 1 is you hold here. That might be enough for Sarah, I'm not sure, but we're gonna think positively and hope that she can do this
I'm
guy.
gonna do it. I'm gonna challenge myself.
Okay, so there you go. Show me your sit first so I can make sure that looks good.
All right.
So feet up in the air, arms just to the sides.
Oops. I might have to move my thing, sorry. Okay, so arms
How are you feeling?
sides.
Are you gonna be okay?
I think so.
All right,
Ooh, I
let's
just
give it
heard
a
my
shot.
back crack.
Okay. There you go. So you're gonna try to tap the weight to the ground next to your hip. Yeah. And again, the more arms straight we can keep, the better.
okay.
So that's gonna be an important tip for you. Keep those arms straight. Yeah. Try to keep your legs still,
I feel this.
as still as you can.
Oops.
Squeeze your knees together. You can definitely watch the weight with your eyes. Follow it. That's gonna help your torso integrate with the twist. So this one we wanna keep the legs still and the torso moves. Feeling it?
Yep.
Okay. She can barely talk.
I
that
need to
means-
learn how to breathe.
Yeah, so 80-20 for this, little sips. Let's do one more on each side. Good. So any of these balance exercises too, they're gonna be really helpful for your concentration. I'm seeing more and more information out there regarding focusing and concentrating and attention. I think in the world we live in today, it can be challenging to focus. And so things like this that really, I mean, you have to balance, you're moving, you're thinking about the form. It's really good to help your mind just get focused on this one task and to not daydream about everything else that's going on. So that's another benefit of exercise, is it really can get you to that mindfulness piece of being in the moment and doing one thing at a time. So I think something like this really has a lot of benefits.
I like it.
Yeah.
I could see myself doing that one.
Again, you don't need the weight. You can do it with a big bottle of water or anything that's got some weight to it. That's 5 pounds. 5 pounds is a pretty good weight for this exercise. You might be able to get up to maybe 8 to 10 for that one with some, experience. So we're going to finish the core with crunches with arms overhead. So this is a little bit of a different twist on the traditional crunch. So the traditional crunch, we're going to do hands behind the head. I see a lot of form issues with this. People like to pull there, they bring the elbows in. None of that is good. So what we want to do is put the arms over our head, cross, and touch palm to palm. Your head is now being supported by your arms because you're squeezing it with them. You're just going to lift your shoulders, keep your eyes on the ceiling. And this automatically makes the form much better for the average person. It also provides more weight into your abs because the more weight is further from where you're lifting, which is here, so the arms are here, that creates more natural weight without having to add dumbbells and such to it. So it's a great way to do crunches for your stomach. You can go ahead and lie down and give that a try. She's gonna start on her back, and then she's gonna bend her legs, feet flat. Then she's gonna put her arms overhead, cross, touch with the palm. Perfect, and go ahead and lift. Now you wanna squeeze your head with your arms.
Oh, okay.
You're just gonna lift a few inches. You're not trying to sit all the way up.
Oh, okay.
Sit-ups and crunches are not the same thing. These are crunches. Okay, so a sit-up would be if she touches her nose to her knees. We're not doing those today. Those are a lot more strengthening for your hip flexors. Most people are looking more for abdominal and less for the hip flexors. The hip flexors already get enough tightening with the average person's day. So we want to focus on those areas we really want to target, which is for this one, the abs. See, Sarah, if you can touch your hands against the floor between each repetition.
Oh, sure.
Way back down there. So that will give you a nice stretch to your shoulders as well, which is another great thing. Let's try the other order, the other hand on top. It's good halfway through to switch. If you were to do 2 sets, which I do suggest all these exercises, 2 sets is great. You can maybe do the one ordering one set and then the other set. As long as you're making sure you get both directions for everything, that's wonderful. Just make sure your arms hold your head even more. You don't want them slipping forward. So really squeezing that head. Perfect. Nice work.
Okay.
Let's do maybe 2 more of those, I think.
Okay. If you start to feel it in your neck, is that a bad thing?
That just means your neck is weaker than your belly, which is very common and normal.
Okay.
So that's fine. It usually will go away with practice. But of course, if you can stop now and rest.
Okay.
If you feel any type of pain in your neck, certainly you don't want that. But a little bit of fatigue is fine.
Okay.
So I think what we're gonna do next is move on to our Twitter question. I'm a vegetarian and I don't know how much protein I need or where to get it. Yeah. So we were talking before about that you're a vegetarian.
Yep.
And have you made efforts to increase your protein or to consume protein?
So I do have like a protein powder. Definitely during the summer, I like to add that into like my smoothies or shakes. But during the winter, I don't really have smoothies that often. So
because of the cold.
Yeah. So maybe I'll mix it in with like some coffee and use it as like a substitute for like sugar. But I'd love to hear some new ideas too.
Cool. Yeah. So the first thing that came to mind when you said that was the cold with the summer and winter stuff. I had that same exact issue. I'm not a vegetarian, but I like to use vegan protein powder. And I recently have started just mixing with warm water, which I know doesn't sound appealing, but when I tried it, I actually really liked it. Like it reminded me of something just like almost like a warm muffin-y type taste. I have vanilla. What flavor do you like?
Yeah, I have vanilla too.
You might want to try that. I mean, I can't guarantee you'll like it, but that or what she said, mix it into, you can throw it into oatmeal.
Oh yeah.
That's good. Do you eat eggs?
I don't really like eggs too much. I try not to.
Okay, tofu?
Yep.
So tofu is good. You can always throw tofu, like little chunks, into whatever else you're having. Edamame.
Oh
is
yeah,
great.
I like them.
Hummus.
Oh yeah, I love hummus. That's actually like
Yeah.
probably my whole diet is hummus and grilled cheese.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that she'll do the cheese, that really helps too.
Oh, good, okay.
So, I mean, it sounds like you're incorporating everything that really helps. I mean, peas can be good.
Okay.
Split pea soup can be a sneaky way.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
idea.
you don't necessarily feel like you're eating vegetables when you have soup. But I think, so it sounds like you know what the foods are, it's just a matter of consistency.
That's true, yeah.
So what I like to do with my clients, no matter whether they're vegetarian or not, is to make a goal of consuming protein 3 times per day. So that means if you miss it one of your meals, you can get it in one of your snacks. So what you want to do is have a grocery list, first of all, that is going to offer you the foods that you're looking for. And then make sure you're getting all of that, so you have the supplies. And then from there, you want to have a checklist for your meals. So you make sure that you get the 3 a day.
That's a good idea.
You know,
okay.
and you have to prioritize what you're looking for. Some people need to reduce things, like I need to reduce carbs or reduce fats or increase protein. So whatever your goal is, literally make a checklist and check it off.
Okay.
You know, and you'll see that you're doing it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And by having the list that you use for grocery shopping, if your mind just kind of goes blank and you're like, I don't know what to do, go back to your list. You know, and think outside the box a little bit. You might need to throw some chunks of tofu on a slice of pizza.
Oh, that's cool. I like that idea.
You might need to add a scoop of protein powder into your oatmeal. But you'll find the things that work for you.
Cool. I love all those ideas, and I'll definitely do that the next time I go grocery shopping.
Yeah, I think being organized is really the key.
Yeah.
So that we can make sure we're getting what we need from our diets.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.